Yeah, I think we're gonna watch this today. Have you seen it?
Oh yeah, I saw it when I watched it live, but I haven't dug back into it a second time, so I'm glad to see it again.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I dug a little bit into it, so I just want to watch this one clip with about the one URL.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's the guy.
yeah.
And since we're still waiting on people, I guess there's a website, startx39.com. Did I mention that yesterday?
I don't remember. It's called what?
Okay, startx39.com.
Yeah.
And it is from the guy that teaches us the 331. It's his, it looks like he's, part of the team that set that up. And it's another, oh, Dawn, they have, now when you look at it on your phone and when you look at it on the desktop, it's different. And I recommend looking at it on a laptop or a desktop, because when you get down to the bottom, they have testimonials. Oh my goodness, Dawn, they are like, whoa. Okay. There's two doctors. Yeah. There's two doctors and they're sharing their experience with their patients. And then there's a mom, and you actually might have already seen this because you've been here longer than me.
Well, I haven't seen it, no.
Oh, you're gonna, hopefully, I think you're gonna love it. But there's a mom, and I think she's from Mexico. Her accent is very thick, and her daughter has cerebral palsy, and she's in the bed, and the mom shows us medical paperwork that says all these things that are wrong with her daughter, and she shows us all these different machines and things that her daughter's had to use for, like, just to breathe, and just all of this stuff. And then she says, so she started using the stem cell patch. Wow. And her daughter went from having to need 3 liters of oxygen to only needing 1. Scar tissue, like all the things, right? Scar tissue in her eye is going away. She's more communicative. She hasn't been getting infections, like all of these things. And I just thought, wow. And so it's a great resource. And so the videos they autoplay when you select one, and they link to YouTube, but on YouTube they're unlisted. So I'm not sure if they're shareable or not, but they're definitely worth looking at, and maybe even screen recording little clips to share to somebody, like my mom, she has MS, and I've been trying to get her to try the patches, but she was worried about it because MS, and she doesn't know, and I don't know enough to tell her. And so I found that. I sent her that page. I said, check out what this doctor says about his MS patient and how it's helped them. And she said, well, I'm going to see my doctor on Tuesday. I said, well, share that page with your doctor so that they can see what other medical professionals have said. And then they can dig into the website and do some research, because if it can help you, I want them to be on board with you using it regularly. So I'm excited. I'm so thankful that we are all out there sharing.
Doctors have a propensity not to approve anything except what they push.
Right.
Yeah. But even it'd be interesting to see whether the doctor just, says, okay, this is okay, go ahead with it. I'm not going to have anything to do with it, but yeah. Because I've run across the same situation with a few people too. They're on all these prescription medications and they're doing all this stuff. And now you add in this patch and they don't know anything about it. It's like, though we know it's safe. And
John, that's why that presentation about the athletes and FEI contesting the patches, remember?
Right, so that they got it approved for the competition, you mean? That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Right, because if they pass that competition, that scrutiny, to be able to compete.
That's the acid test that made this product so popular all of a sudden.
Right.
That's what, according to the convention.
Right. And we still got to remember the X39's only been out for 2 years. Even though the company's been around for so long, it's going to take time for it to catch up this whole that's
why I want to review that part about FEI.
Okay, if you can find it, let's share it, because I think I don't know if everyone knows, but I know how to get clips from videos online, to convert them. Like what we're doing here is we're screen sharing. No, that's one way, re-recording a video, but there's an easier way to just take the URL and download any kind of video from online. So then we can use those clips because they're shareable clips anyway, even the ones from this convention, and use it.
I saw it.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm just starting to build up
something
my what I'm going to be sharing with people.
There's a guy on Facebook that has a lot of the LifeWave stuff on his post. It must be a private page or something. I don't know. I want to check it out.
Yeah, I'm just in the process of
a lot of
reviewing everybody that's doing anything significant, right? And that's what Dee was sharing. It's called startx39.com or?
Yep, exactly that. Startx39.com.
Yeah, check that out. I'm going to look that up later too. And
That's
see
on YouTube.
what's going on. And then we'll share this.
That's an independent website, Potato.
Yeah, so we could get some ideas.
It's an independent website, but it has YouTube videos on it. Yeah. And let's rewatch this thing about from the convention about the one URL. That's what I got from this guy, Jin Long Lee. And I think it's going in that direction. So you can see my screen you can see my screen in the background, right? Action point. And yes, I see action point.
Okay.
Not in the background, is right there.
Okay, it's only a few minutes long, so we'll just, and then I have to admit people because I forgot to do it automatically. So here's Brady. Okay. Just let me tune in.
I remember he was pretty fast.
Yeah, it's fast. He talks fast. I know you made a comment about that. I thought it kind of fast too. Hey, Brady, good morning. Good morning, everybody.
How old is he?
Yeah, he seems pretty young.
He looks so young.
Senior presidential director. He's got to the top rank in the company in less than a year, I think.
He looks like he's only 20.
Yeah, I know, but he's Asian. Everyone Asian looks younger. He could be in his 60s.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
and he'll say it's all LifeWave.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, well, I like what Potato said yesterday. He told somebody that every time he puts the patch on, his age goes down by about 10 years every day.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I said one day on, then you went younger a day and a half.
Nice.
So if you work for 10 days, you'll be 15 days.
Yeah. Awesome.
Oh, that sounds like never take it off again.
Yeah, right. Or wear it every day, every 12 hours. Yeah,
but after 12 hours, they lose. After 12 hours, they lose their potency.
Yeah, definitely. That's what everyone says. So it's good. And the other thing about taking it off
is going this video here.
Yeah. Okay, Brady. We're gonna watch this one URL video from the convention because we've been talking about looking at what other people are doing, and I think what he did here is kind of what we've done with Marcus, the one URL. So it's only.
So that was StartX39. Was it what name of that website?
Yes.
Yeah, startx39.com. I'm gonna look at that too. And then I'll make this disappear and let's watch this. It's only a few minutes long.
So I always like to end a presentation with something that all of us can do it immediately after my presentation, is to make all resources accessible in one URL. This is so important, sir. Let me repeat one more time. Make all of the resources available in one URL. Anyone has heard about Satay before? Satay, never. Never come to Malaysia. So you have to come to Malaysia, okay? So this is Satay. This is Satay. I heard about that? No. Okay, good. So this is Satay, okay? Why is that one URL? That one URL is the Satay stick. The meat are all the members. If you want to duplicate, you need a backbone for duplication. And the Satay stick is the backbone for duplication. And the Satay stick is that URL. So I'm very sure if you can start from this single step, you are going to see your organization duplicate very fast. Can you do that? Yeah. Amazing. Okay, so I'm going just to share with you in practical. So this is what I did in a single URL. Okay, so I'm going to give it very fast. Okay, so this one 0 to explain about the back office. We are going to talk about how to join the Telegram group. We are going to talk about how to use the product, where to patch it, how to take photo, how to become your testimonial, how to become a distributor, how to sign a distributor, what is the package price, how to upgrade English, how to apply for the commission card, and if you got any problem, who to call. All these things are in one URL. If,
I wonder what he
imagine,
said.
if you turn back
Yeah,
time, you
just hold on.
become a very newcomer in LifeWave. And immediately the first day, you read through this URL. Do you have more confidence to build LifeWave business? Yes or no? Yeah. Okay, so this is my gift for you. I hope you like my presentation. And before I end,
Okay, awesome.
okay.
Yeah, wasn't that great?
No, he talked too fast.
No, okay, besides that point, yes, I agree. Okay,
I think
stop sharing.
you don't have to, you didn't show the full video. I remember he ran down the whole spectrum of the whole video. So did you copy that, Don?
Yeah, the video and that his recording of that. I also tried to search online for the actual URL he's talking about. I couldn't find it. I found a lot of his stuff. But if anyone
Well,
can
that
find,
was not his whole, that was not his whole presentation at the convention,
no,
which
no,
you
no.
just showed.
Yeah, that was just I think the most important part, the idea of sending people to a URL or a web page with everything they need on it right away. Because I find that too. You got to send them a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You got to find that. You got to find this. If it's all right there, that's cool.
Yeah, but his total presentation, he zipped through that whole video. Man, he went down. It was unbelievable. And it, it was almost so fast it was aggravating. You know.
Yeah, it was, and you know, these guys at the convention too, they got a time slot, they got to fit everything into it. And yeah, I agree. So I went back and watched it again. I got more out of it the second time at least. You know, I picked up on a few more things because yeah, he flies through everything. He's, yeah. But I think the biggest point was the one URL, and also he's the one that brought up the point about doing daily meetings with a different topic. And doing short meetings, 15 minutes, is better than doing 1 2-hour meeting a week because you've got consistency there. And then talking about different things every day.
Yeah, no one wants to dedicate 2 hours at one time.
Yeah.
It's got to be short. The
Yeah.
shorter, the better.
And something you can learn.
3 minutes.
Yeah. You don't want to be listening
3
to the
minutes
same
is
thing.
ideal.
Right. 3 minutes? For a video, you mean, to watch a video?
That's what Mark says, 3 minutes.
I agree. To watch
Mark with a C.
Yeah, Mark with a C. Yeah, I agree. Doesn't anyone agree? Anything more than 3 minutes, you know, to me, it's too long. 10 minutes max. Well,
yeah.
I like the 30 minutes. 30 minutes. If these videos were longer than 30 minutes, the ones we're recording here, I probably wouldn't even watch them. 30 minutes, I might tune into it knowing that I can just watch 30 minutes. But I agree, sending somebody a video clip 3 minutes. Otherwise, and then even with the app, it tracks people how much they've watched, and some people can't even watch 10% of a 3-minute video. I mean, it's like, wow, it's only like what, like 10 seconds or 90%. Why would you watch 90% of a 3-minute video and not watch the extra 10% to get to the end? It's only a few more minutes. Like, so I know people that have watched 100, they're kind of interested, right? The people that have watched 90, it's like, what happened? And they could have got busy and they could have been distracted with something else, but whatever. Cool. So yeah, Dee was sharing websites, startx39.com. Gonna look into that. I'm gonna search some of the other people from the convention, like Onyx Cole, see what kind of social media she's built, what it looks like. I noticed about Jin Long Lee is well, it's all in Malaysian, all his stuff. So it's kind of hard to figure out what
I
it
made a
is.
copy of this. I made a copy of this preferred customer program.
Okay,
This is awesome.
okay, cool.
This is awesome. I'm going to use this. Like the guy, I was in the restaurant the other night, and I realized it was over 12 hours. So, and it was almost closing time. And I've known this guy, the owner, for years, and I mean, many years. And it was almost empty. And I said, "Hey, Ray," I says, "come over here." I says, "Take this thing off my back. Yeah, I can't reach it." And so he says, "What?" He says, so he's, "I think, is this a joke?" I said, "No, no, no. I got something under. I want you to take it off. My arm won't reach back there." So he did. He said, "What the hell is that?" What is it? Guess what? I said, "Go to lifewave.com/potato." And the next morning, I got a message from LifeWave that I had someone looking at my site. It was him. He said, "I'm definitely going to look at it." So
Cool.
that was cool. And the night before, at a club meeting for the club that I organized back in '79, I did the same thing. I said, "Oh man, it's after 12 hours." I took it off, and the guy across the table from me, we had long tables, and him and his wife were sitting there. He said, "What the hell is that?" And this, there we go, the conversation. What is that? You know, and so I told him about it. He says, "Wow," he says, "he works at Folsom Prison. He's about to retire." I said, and he was a champion on our 100-mile one-day run through the mountains. He had the record for several years of the fastest runner for the 100 miles. And so I said, "Chris, are you running anymore?" He says, "No." He says, "I don't get a chance to run very much, but sometimes a little bit." So this is perfect, to follow up with the patch. So it's getting someone to take the patch off.
Yeah, that's a great
I
idea.
like
You just have to time it with when you actually need to take it off, or have a fake one on there that have two of them on there. One that you just stick on and say, "Hey, can you take this?"
my arm, my right arm, I broke it
Yeah,
in
you said that. You
1964.
can't reach back there. Yeah.
It doesn't bend back there very well.
Yeah.
That's why I have a hard time getting it right in the center, and I like to have it in the center, but it's difficult.
Right. But you
So-
know what I mean? You can only do that when it's time to take the patch off. But if you have two patches on, one of them's like just for that reason, you say, "Hey, can you take that off
Oh,
for me?"
I just showed him the patch. Another guy just showed the patch to him. I said, "Look at that." He said, "What the hell is that?" And what is it? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You preferred.
Yeah, yeah,
preferred customer.
right. I gotta look that up, because I think we should all study that preferred customer, because I haven't been focused on it at all. I don't even know anything about it really.
That's
And a
what
lot
that
of
guy
a
said. He
lot of
works
the
very.
successful people have been using it. So
He says, "I work very part time," and his credentials were incredible.
yeah,
I mean, that guy had incredible credentials.
yeah.
So,
Yeah,
yes,
and you
sir.
could.
This is
I like the other guy that was talking about that too in the convention. You can follow up with that. What is that thing with? Can I tell you what happened to me? And then go into this big guy. Can I tell you what
Yeah.
happened to me? Well, I was doing this, and then the patch, and then yeah, that's
well.
great.
Here's my opening pitch. I want to earn a 4,000-mile buckle on the Tevis, so I have to be able to ride my horse 100 miles a day through 1990 till I'm 97 years of age. So that's why I'm wearing this.
Wow. Yeah, that's
I got
aw- yeah,
18
that's
more
awesome.
years I got to live.
Wow, and be able to do that. Wow. And then your horse too. You need one for your horse.
I ordered them.
Cool.
No, I got
Right on.
I have a breeding program for that.
Right. But it was interesting too. You were saying earlier that you have to get it past the committee too. That can you said it was very strict. The veterinarians and that will pass it or not pass it for competition. Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well,
they'll go, "What's this?" Right?
my AccuScope is there. Yeah, they have a lot of rules that I call potato rules in the sport because I've been in it so long, and some of the things I've done they thought it was unfair competition or whatever, you know.
Well, this could be another one. This will be a big one, I think, no? For them, it's like, what is this thing?
Well, Linda Jones sure endorsed it.
Right. Yeah, that's
So-
awesome too. And
The
they're big.
Olympic committee, the Olympic committee went through with the swimmers and they endorsed it because they could find nothing wrong with it. So
Yeah,
That's
That's a
what we were
good-
talking about earlier, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but they're gonna do the
Do
same
do
thing.
you
with
remember
the-
what,
Yeah.
where
oh,
was
yeah,
that on
they-
the site,
Yeah,
Dolores?
yeah. Is there any
Um,
info on that somewhere?
it's part of his science. Yeah, he's got it written up into his science information. And
That's our resources.
yes,
Yeah, maybe we could share some of that stuff on the chat, on the messenger chat, like the startx39.com, and I think it's important. Other resources, or we'll share them somewhere, but other resources that we find that are useful for using, like that would be useful too, to find that part about
Oh,
the
yeah,
committee.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh,
like I noticed
absolutely.
on that one URL website, he's got David Beckham on there. And even though that photo was from years ago, it's still being used. He's got the patches on. He's competing in the World Cup soccer.
He does, yeah.
Mhm.
David Beckham, when he was drafted into the Galaxy team in LA, the company I worked for, Herbalife, went and sponsored the whole team. So I could get David Beckham. So I got one of his shirts, David Beckham shirt for soccer.
Hmm.
That's real popular.
Yeah, people are still using that photo. It was long before X39. So I think it was for the energy enhancer patch, right? They were
Yes.
using that a lot at the time. And then, but it's not, it's cool. So I think, and especially with this Olympic committee approving it and saying it's okay.
Where was the Beckham picture?
It used to be in the back office on the website. I have a copy of it. I copied it.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know why they took it down. I think they took it down because they just want more recent stuff up there. There's more recent Olympic athletes that have
Well,
competed in.
he may not have approved it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, they had to use it at one time, so yeah, I don't know. I think like if you look at in the what section is that? Reviews or news or something in the back office? Does anyone know?
under resources, isn't that what
Yeah,
Though it's true.
resources. Yeah, it shows all
Even-
the athletes and
in the, yeah,
what were you saying, Delores?
even the library,
Yeah, the library. Yeah.
the library.
Oh, that's a different domain, right? Different URL, the library?
Well, in the back office, there's a link that'll take you to it too.
Okay. Yeah, because that was another good resource, was that there's a URL with all the videos and a LifeWave URL. You know which one I'm talking about? I have to look it up again.
I think the app will take you to it too.
Right. Right.
One at D, you've used the app a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, and-
Let me look right now, because with the update, I haven't even.
Yeah, see if you can find the that other URL. It's called resources or something like that from LifeWave.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me for it recently and I posted it. Yeah, but that's
Looks like they did another update
Yeah.
I
and
just-
you-
on the website. I mean, on the app, it looks like there's another update because they just updated 2 days ago, and then today it's telling me to update again.
Yeah,
okay.
and you can personalize, that app also, which is nice.
Yeah, put the stuff that you need on there. Yeah, it's getting better, right? They're putting more videos on there and more testimonials.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And they were saying even at the convention that now they're going to start working on it and building it up. So that's going to be great. Because one great thing too is it does keep track of all your contacts too that you've reached out to.
Yeah. You're talking
Well,
about the app.
Yeah, it's getting better and
Yeah,
better
and
all the
I
time.
used it in the beginning quite a bit, where, you got, you could, personalize the messages that you'd send out, but, and along with the videos that they had available, and they have more now, that you actually can see how much time somebody will spend if they watch the video, and if they don't watch much, you can follow up and ask, if they have any questions. And so you can get back to them right away, which makes it nice.
You're talking about the app? That's
Yes.
on our iPhones?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And I like what Onyx Cole
Oh, I
said.
have.
What Onyx Cole said too, she works her business in between her daily life. So, yeah, you've always got a few minutes somewhere that you could send a video to somebody from the app. That's what makes that nice, you don't need anything else. Just
Yeah.
take the contact address. And I find with the app, unless they changed it, it asks you if you want to send it on Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp or by email. But that's
Or
really,
email.
yeah, that's really just to track, like, for your own information where you sent it from. So you could follow up, okay, I sent it on Messenger, but it's really the link. The link is, you can just copy in the link, and the link is unique and trackable. So if you could just copy that link and put it in an email or put it in a message, doesn't really matter where it goes to. And that link gets copied automatically as soon as you say, I want to share it. It says copy to your clip.
And it's, if that's the link, if they open that link, it notifies you right away, and then lets you know how much time they spend on the,
and that's great. And even if they go back in a month and watch the rest
Right.
of the video,
Mhm.
yeah. And you just got to be careful not
That's
to click on.
great.
Yeah, you have to be careful not to click on the link yourself or share it to somebody else, because then it's true. I've done that. It's like, oh, that person just watched the video. Oh, that was just me watching it to make sure it was working.
yeah, you got to remember, I did that a couple times and realized, and I thought, I better track it when I go in there. And
Yeah, it
just
tracks anybody that clicks
take
on the
a look
link.
there.
So I tried once to share a link from the website to Twitter so that I could see the analytics on that. And I only had one person watch it. And now that you guys are saying that, I wish I had, like, was I the one person, or did somebody else watch
No,
it?
it could be you, because if you clicked on it, that's your one person. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
Right.
But I'm
yeah,
gonna try that again, just in case, like, to see if
Yeah.
I'm able to track online, just, who watches it,
But
because I can attach a name to it.
You know what you could do? You
Right.
could put that link into Bitly. You can create a Bitly link of it. That's easy to do.
Oh,
And then you could
yeah.
track how many Bitly clicks it got. And then you could see on the
Oh,
results how much percentage have been watched.
Yeah.
Because that'll be one link with multiple people clicking on it. Yeah, that would be interesting.
Mhm.
Cool. But yeah, you gotta be
Right,
careful of
I
that.
do. I
When
think
you
I
go
do
in.
that too.
What's that, Delores?
I was saying the same thing. When you go in and look at it on through the Bitly link, your click counts also.
Yeah, your click counts also. Yeah, and then you get all excited. Oh, somebody watched 10%. Oh, it was me. And I even did that like a month later. I wanted somebody to see this video. You know what? Because there's actually, it was what I was sharing was there's a PDF in there of your to track your progression of, what do you call it? Your results with the products. So you actually record what kind of issues you're having. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I have sore joints, all those things. And then you track over, because you forget this kind of stuff. Oh, I don't have that problem anymore unless you've written it down. So then you could go back a couple weeks later and start, oh, I don't have this problem anymore. I don't have that problem anymore. I'm sleeping well, whatever, after using the product. So that PDF is in there too. I find that very useful. That can be shared and tracked. too.
Where did you say,
It's in the app.
you were breaking?
It's in the app.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a PDF.
Yeah.
And it's just a list of a checklist. Yeah, it's awesome. And then, so I had that problem. I shared it with somebody else. I thought it was just a link. I shared it to them, and then I clicked on it, and so it screwed up all the analytics. So you would have to share a different one with a different link with each person. But yeah.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I find that useful too. And then there's a couple. I like how they added some testimonials in there now too, testimonial videos. Cool. So yeah, I'm just in the process of reviewing some of the people that were speaking at the convention, and then going to see what they're doing as far as their social media and their websites, and getting
Yeah.
ideas from that, because they're almost everybody that was speaking at the convention has built a successful business already with LifeWave.
Yes.
So that's cool. Yeah,
Well,
it says
was
my
it
internet
on-
connection, it says it's a little bit unstable today, so hopefully it's okay.
Yeah. Was it Onyx that talked about giving out samples?
Yeah.
I was reviewing the second session, and I was kind of it was just before Onyx. Yeah, I think it was.
It was
where she
Onyx who was
talked about
talking
a
about the
sample
samples, yeah,
program.
and she went into more
They were
detail.
going to redesign the app and use a sample program. That she thought that was quite helpful, and that she's in her past work that she's done, that sample programs are very helpful. And
I thought about samples, but I've really not got much of a reaction.
The first one is at the base of your neck.
well,
Right, she goes over that. Well, let's review that tomorrow. Her talk about giving out samples, because it was very good on what she
she
does.
talked about redesigning the app in order to have a sample program. She's been so. And
Oh,
she
right.
was
No, you
working
know what
with-
she was saying, Delores? She mentioned something about getting a sample pack where you could get a few different patches, like 10 of these and 10 of that, 10
Yes.
of those. Yeah, wasn't that what she was talking? So you
Right.
could try them all. Yeah, right.
Well, she talked about a 3, 6, or 9 groupings of
Sample.
patches. is
Yeah.
what I wrote down. And
But-
she also talked about having an advisory board of technology people. So that was kind of exciting. I wonder who's involved in that. So,
That was
Cool.
a second day session, the second
yes,
session.
well, it was the second session, so it would have been the afternoon of the first day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she also talked about her process of giving out samples. She said she'll do 3, 6, or 9 samples, right? Give away 3, 6, or 9 samples, I
Right.
think. But she says she always
Right.
puts the first patch on them right away. I'm putting this on you.
Correct.
And she always requires a follow-up. If I'm giving you these free patches, I want
A phone number. Yeah.
a phone number and a
phone
follow-up
number.
call saying how did they work? What do you find out? Yeah.
Well, she said requires that they give her a phone number at that time when she gives them a sample. And I didn't even think about that. I've had 3 or 4 people that I've slapped patches on when they mentioned some pain that they were hurting. And it's, you just kind of say, hey, let me know how it is, and then
Yeah.
you forget about them. But she said, make sure you get a phone number or an
Yeah.
email, so you'll
Yeah,
follow.
and the agreement to follow up saying, I'm gonna call you in a week and find out
Yes, and
how
that
they
it's
work.
okay to.
Yeah, because if
Yeah.
I'm giving you these free products to try, if you're not gonna try them, well, I'll give them to somebody else. Well, not that, but I'll
Correct.
if I'm giving them to you, I want you to follow up with, I'm gonna follow up with you and say that, ask you how.
Or at
they-
least
Yeah.
get something from them, so you will.
Yeah, for
I
the,
was sampling when I first started, and I don't for me personally, it didn't work out as well as I had expected. Everybody liked it, but then a lot of people were like, oh, when they tried the sample like the next day or whatever, it didn't work for them. So clearly, even though, and I was there when I put the samples on, because that when I first started, especially, I was so jazzed. I'm like sampling everybody, and and then I would give them a couple extra to take home and try it for a couple of days. And like that first day when I put it on them, they're like, oh yeah, this is so great. And then like I'm following up in like, a day or two, and I'm like, so, how's it going? It's like, I don't know, it doesn't work for me anymore. And I'm just like, well, and I'm trying to ask questions, but basically it was done, like from those experiences so far. And so I like what Mark said about if there's a money back guarantee for retail customers, they have a 90-day money back guarantee. You can try this for 3 months and get your money back. That's the best free sample, because honestly, like everybody's been saying, the longer you're using it, the more benefits you actually experience. And so for me personally, from sampling and like giving away so many and not having that return into a sale, I'm going to just stick with, you want to try it, dude, 90-day money back guarantee if you come in as a customer. There's nothing better than that.
Yeah.
My first customer was a preferred customer potato. That's how I found out about the program. And she is still using it. Like my very first customer, she signed up as a preferred customer, and I was trying to get her as a distributor. And she's like, yeah, no, I just want to try everything. And I was like, okay, I didn't even know this program exists. Tell me more,
Well, and they get samples on that program.
Okay.
They get samples.
And then at the end of the 6 months, they're going to get a free sleeve of X39 as well.
Yeah. But during the 6 months, they get samples of 10 patches from each of the different products. I mean, that is so awesome.
As long as they do it 3 months in a row.
Yeah, and they have to be on the auto ship.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
And you know
I
what?
found the longer I learned about it, you can give quick answers. I think the same thing I heard you write up in our chat, potato, was, well, if it doesn't, heal, people think of it as wanting to stop the pain and stop it always.
Right.
And when they a simple understanding, you're not putting drugs into your system that will mask it. You're putting something that is natural to stimulate your body that has quit using what will make it heal. And it takes a period of time. And I found some simple stuff like that is beginning to make people feel safer about putting out the money for this, because the economy is so bad right now. People are just really holding onto their pocketbooks, afraid to try anything new.
Yeah.
That makes sense, Delores. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't want a Band-Aid, you want a
Right.
cure. You don't want a Band-Aid, you want a cure. And when I say the word cure, it aggravates me, because according to the pharmaceutical world, you're not allowed to use the word cure. Well, damn it, we cure it.
But I mentioned, I think before, I always get the sequence mixed up, but I think it's the motto of LifeWave that you stimulate. So you're stimulating something to begin with, and then you elevate it so it works some more. And the longer you elevate it, then you can actually, the last one's reverse, stimulate, elevate, and reverse. So it takes time, and especially at our age, potato, it takes longer. That's what I found.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm actually leaving my patches on longer.
We got a few seconds left, Delores. We're down to 30 seconds or so.
12 hours had to do with the research. They had to make it consistent. And I'm using mine for a couple days and then taking them off and letting them rest a while.
They lose their potential.
After after
After
about
2
2,
days.
some of them even 3 days.
Yeah, okay, cool. That's awesome
Getting ready to
information,
go.
guys. Okay, we'll continue this tomorrow. This is awesome. Okay.